Good morning, YouTubers. Chicken barns, our chick barns in the Ozarks. So, story time, Duncan Smith in the sticks. Like and subscribe or slap yourself. Either way, it'll be fine. So, I'm 56 or 57. So, I struggle with math when it comes to age. Hold on, let me sip. But, chicken barns. I'm a realtor, hated by several, loved by a few. Pays the bills, and chicken barns are coming into the Ozarks. I guess other states, California, they're running. I'm gonna try to get where yeah. I guess they're running the poultry industry out of different states, and there's I know enough about it to be dangerous, but Vital Farms is, if you have 52 acres, it's fenced. Let's say 40,000 birds, chickens, usually red from what I've seen, and they're laying hens, and they turn them out. They've got cameras. You see them in Walmart and different distributors. They're picking them up on the farm. They've got cooling units on the farm. They pick them every morning. The family does that, and they take them to Springfield and they pack them and store them there. There's I guess an outfit in Arkansas that cracks them. So for just various, I guess when you see the egg yolks and the whites and whatever they can't produce in a chemical vat and they still need a hen. That's what's happening. But these chicken barns and Happy Eggs, there's another one. I want to call it Ben and Jerry's, but it's not. That's ice cream. That's another deal that corporate shelf space took over, but let's not rant. So, in the Ozarks, these laying barns are opportunities for folks who have the farming blood, who want to, do something on the farm, but it's not quite as capital. It's capital intensive, but it's something that banks are willing to take a risk on. Cattle take 3 to 4 acres per mama cow, and with ground being 3 to 5,000, just your land cost in cattle is 15 to 20,000 for and you're just getting started, boys and girls. They say beef is high. Well, it ain't high enough. Let me tell you that from a semi-old man. But anyway, back to the chicken barns. In this part of the world, from my memory, I was a little boy in West Plains, Missouri, which is about 45, 50 miles from us to the east, south and east of where I'm sitting right now with a bright light in my back. It was the feeder pig capital of the world, and there was mom and pops, worked in the shoe factories, and they had some sows, and they sold pigs at these feeder pig auctions, and then they went to Iowa where they grow corn, and the hillbillies made pretty good money. Well, then they figured out, we don't need the hillbillies. We got just bring the sows up here. So they went north and where the corn was. I get it. And eventually they ran them out of there, and they had to adapt. But that's just ag. Everybody hates big ag, but let me tell you something. Big ag does a pretty good job for cheap food. And if you want a pork chop or a sausage patty, you better be thinking big ag, because you ain't got enough hillbillies to do it anymore. So anyway, the feeder pig deal, it went north. It didn't go south. It went north and west, apparently. And then the dairy deal, the dairy boom was in the 1980s, and it was the mortgage lifter. And you could put up a little swing for herringbone parlor, milk 40 cows, and most people worked off the farm, and I didn't ever understand that because my dad didn't. Him and mom stayed right here and raised the family unit and did what the Bible says. Even though we didn't go to church every Sunday, he was a pretty good steward of that. So anyway, the dairy